Hello guys, how are you today? I'm so glad that you're here with me today. And let's start with our greeting. The Lord be with you, and also with you. So, when we sing Be Still and Know, we know that we're going to hear one of God's stories. So let's start off with Be Still and Know. Sing it with me. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Today our story is Jesus feeds 5,000 people. And here it goes. So Jesus' disciples were coming home. They had been out in the villages. They had been healing the sick. And casting out unclean spirits. And teaching the ways of God. They were very tired. So Jesus said, "Let's go to a quiet place and sit." Now, many people saw him going, and the crowds just wanted to be with him. And when Jesus saw the crowd, they seemed like sheep without a shepherd. So instead of asking them to leave, Jesus healed them and taught them the way of the kingdom of God. When evening came, the disciples said to Jesus, "It's getting late. Send the crowd away so that they can go to the villages to buy food." But Jesus answered, "You feed them." But they did not have enough food for such huge crowds. "What do you have?" Jesus asked. "We have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish." Then Jesus took the bread, he blessed it, and he broke it. And he gave it to his disciples. And the disciples gave it to the crowd. The people ate until they were full, and there was bread left over. More than 5,000 people were fed. The people said, "Certainly, this is the Christ," and they wanted to make Jesus their king. But Jesus slipped away. Now, I wonder how the disciples are feeling about what just happened. I wonder how the crowd, how they feel. I wonder why the crowd thinks Jesus is the Christ. I wonder why the people want to make Jesus their king. I wonder what kind of king Jesus would be. I wonder why Jesus slipped away. Now, we're going to get the Christ candle out and hear the same story from the Bible. When we're about to hear one of God's stories from the Bible, we light the Christ candle to remind us that Christ is with us when we hear his word. Now, this story we're going to read from two different books of the Bible. The first one is going to be from Mark. It's from chapter 6, verses 30 through 44. And it reads, "The apostles gathered around Jesus. They told him all that they had done and taught. But many people were coming and going, so they did not even have a chance to eat. Then Jesus said to his apostles, 'Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place. You need to get some rest.' So they went away by themselves in a boat to a quiet place. But many people who saw them leaving recognized them. They ran from all the towns and got there ahead of them. When Jesus came ashore, he saw a large crowd. He felt deep concern for them. They were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things. By that time, it was late in the day. His disciples came to him. 'There is nothing here,' they said. 'It's already very late. Send the people away. They can go and buy something to eat in the nearby countryside and villages.' But Jesus answered, 'You give them something to eat.' Then they said to him, 'That would take 8 months of a person's pay. Should we go and spend that much on bread? Are we supposed to feed them?' 'How many loaves do you have?' Jesus asked. 'Go and see.' When they found out, they said, 5 loaves and 2 fish. Then Jesus directed them to have all the people sit down in groups on green grass. So they sat down in the groups of hundreds and fifties. Jesus took the loaves and the 2 fish. He looked up to heaven and gave thanks. He broke the loaves into pieces. Then he gave them to his disciples to set in front of the people. He also divided the 2 fish among them all. All of them ate and were satisfied. the disciples picked up 12 baskets of broken pieces of bread and fish. The number of men who had eaten was 5,000. And then I'll read again from John chapter 6, verses 14 through 15. And it reads, "The people saw the miraculous sign that Jesus did. Then they began to say, 'This must be the prophet who is supposed to come into the world.' But Jesus knew that they had planned to come and force him to be their king. So he went away into a mountain by himself." Now that we have heard the story from the Bible, I'm going to change the light. The light that is in one place at one time can be changed so that it can be in many places in all times.